check out our whole video, hit the link on the bottom of the screen. That video is available exclusively on odds.com. Let's move on to Chargers Bills. This is another spot that I wanted to move on before the show started, but the market was not moving at all. And I want the Chargers here at plus 5.5. Bills coming off the bye week. That used to be a very helpful thing. And maybe it will be again next year. But this year, who's going to come back with COVID? Nobody yet, but this testing is all messed up. You can be negative one day and positive the next. Chargers, Bills, it's been sitting at 5.5. There's been no movement. This total opened up at 52. It's up to 53.5. Understandably so with the way the Bills are playing. Chargers coming off a 34-28 home win over the Jets. Herbert, 37 of 49, 3 touchdowns. And I don't have his yards here. I don't know why I didn't write it, but, what, Bebsie, you cashed the Herbert prop in the first half, did you, or were you 10 yards away from it?
He was 2.5 yards off of the prop in the first. I think the prop I got in it was 279.5, and he had 277 in the first half. And that upsets me so much. So he was off of a career low, and I know we're talking about one season. Let's just say season low. But that's when you back a guy on a prop. It just, in basketball, football, it just seems to come in all the time. I stayed off the Jets.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That was a big part of it. I stayed off the Alex Smith prop, even that completion prop, which I did understand made sense, but because he was coming off a 390-yard game, and he was way under in his completions, yards, everything. Herbert was a monster. First rookie quarterback with 5 games with 3 or more touchdowns. That 39-yard touchdown pass to Mike Williams made him the 5th quarterback in league history to reach 20 touchdown passes in 9 or fewer games. In that first half, he had 23 completions, 31 attempts, and 277 yards. That's the most by a rookie since at least 1991. They were up 24-6 at the break. I think the final score actually helps me because they got sloppy and left their foot off the gas, and we know who to blame. Anthony Lynn. Chargers are desperately missing Austin Eckler. He could be back this week. As soon as he's announced back, that's going to move it to 5. Chargers' running game was non-existent. They ran 26 times for 29 yards. They had one run that was like for minus 24 yards that skewed it, but Keenan Allen was spectacular. Franchise record 16 catches for 145 yards. Defensive end Uchenna Nwosu injured his shoulder, did not return, and he's expected to miss 3 weeks. So that hurts. Cornerback Casey Hayward, groin injury, did not return after being injured in the second half. He still says questionable. And they played the game without Kaiser White. There's your leading tackler that's on the reserve COVID list that didn't play, that's very likely to be back in the lineup. I expect Kaiser White and Austin Eckler in the lineup. And then what's the number going to be? Bebsie, we'll get into the Bills in a second. Am I too high on the Chargers here?
Yeah, I think you're a little high on the Chargers just because I think the Bills are coming back healthy. They desperately needed a bye to get some of those guys who were half in, half out on a lot of these games. So I think you could finally see their defense play well because a lot of these guys had that 2-week break that they needed. But again, look, Justin Herbert has shown time and again he can put up points. He can put up points against good defenses. I feel like he's rejuvenated Keenan Allen's career. They get up, they play well, and then they blow the game. So you got to wonder if they can cover. And I think they can. So I don't think you're crazy to be high on them. I just think I think you could see a healthy Bills squad this week finally. But my question is, what Bills squad are we going to see? Healthy or not, they've been streaky. They've had so many games where I'm just sitting there being like, oh, well, they're going to come out and smash this week, and then they don't. They play terrible. They come out limping. Again, I was bullish on them after the after that victory against the Patriots, I really feel that was a big mental lift for them. They ended up covering in that covering in a weird way in that heartbreaking loss with the Hail Murray. But the Bills are frustrating the hell out of me because I don't know who shows up. I don't know if they limp out of the gates and end up playing great in the second half. At the start of the year, they were coming out firing, and then they'd hang on for wins. I don't know what to make of this Bills team.
Understandably so. Coming in fresh off their bye week, Bebsie mentioned that heartbreaking 32-30 loss. Josh Allen, 32 of 49, 284 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Also ran 7 times for 38 yards. Moss and Singletary did nothing. 11 carries for 35 yards combined. But Beasley, Diggs, and Brown are a three-headed monster. Beasley, 11 catches for 109 yards. Diggs, 10 catches for 93 yards. Brown, 6 catches for 71 yards. He tweaked his ankle and is listed as questionable. Defensive end, A.J. Epinesa, he's in concussion protocol, and they need him back. But offensive tackle Cody Ford, right back Tywan Jones are both listed as questionable. And Stephen Hannell saying Brown might not play. Dutch Boy Fresh says Chargers first half +3 or +155. I also think it's interesting what Muhammad is saying about Anthony Lynn, saying that the Bills are going to throw. He's going to be forced to throw. There's a lot of love right now for this over, Bebsie. And also, when you have a 5.5 point spread and you know that there's going to be points scored, that the Chargers team total over has been cashing consistently, and that's at 23.5, Bebsie. 23.5. Does that not sound very low? That sounds so low to me.
They've certainly been cashing that on the regular, so I don't know if that changes things. Alvin Smith asked a couple of times what I think about the first half. What is our first half line here?
Sorry, let me move back. It is 3.
See, my apprehension with
that. Sorry, just to interrupt. And this is so important. I thought I mentioned it. It's gorgeous on Sunday. We have rain, some shitty weather this week, and then come the weekend, it's 50 Fahrenheit, 48 Fahrenheit, sunny, beautiful, warm for this time of year. Sorry, Bebsie, take it away.
No, look, I think, like I said, the Bills are healthy, and I think they're going to come out firing, but the Chargers have been able to consistently put up points in the first half. They've looked great in the first half of a lot of games. It's, like Jimmy said, it's Anthony Lynn shit in the bed and not figuring out how to close out games. So as much as I like the Bills to come out strong, I almost feel like the Chargers can match them every step of the way.
I agree, and I want to be bullish on this game, and I don't want to – the way I see it right now, I would like to leave – in case the Bills come out flying, which is very possible, beautiful sunny day, off the bye, I want to leave that backdoor cover up available. So this is how I plan to move on this. Princess City says, why not the first half over? Again, look, I could take Chargers first half and full game. I could take first half and full game over, and I could take Chargers team total over. And I don't want, at $200 a pop, I don't want 5 bets on this game. So what I'm going to do is move on 3 bets. I'm going to take the Chargers full game, Chargers team total over, and then the full game over. That's my plan of attack. Bebsie, we got to keep rolling. You are so gracious with your time, but we are an hour 43 minutes into the show. How would you like to handle this spot here?
I kind of like Prince of the City's look with the first half points over.
Yeah. So, do you want to move on it? Prince of the City. Hey, man, your dollar's dropping. It's hurting us. We want your dollar strong, POC.
Yeah, man, you know what? I think I am going to jump on that. Thanks, Prince.
All right, and that's your only move.
Yeah, that's my only move for now, but I might circle back around to this again on Sunday.
All right, let's go to odds.com and shop for you. Here we go. Odds.com, odds page. I'm moving over to totals First half. Let's go. Bebsie wants that first half over in Bills Chargers. This is going to be a fun game. This might be a game of the week. Bills Chargers, and I wish the Bills defense was stronger. And you know, it may be off the bye. They have a banged up linebacking core that's very talented. That's not been playing at full capacity. Here we go. Where are we? Sorry. Come on, we can't still be on the 1 o'clock games, are we? Jesus, we're still on the 1 o'clock games, Bebsie. It's almost 2 hours in. 26. There's a 26. Wow. 26 and a half. There's a 27 at FanDuel, but I can give you a 26 at PointsBet minus 115.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
First half over 26 minus 115 at PointsBet for Bebsie. Okay.